My life a story, I'm trying to find the glory. Got them all sleeping on me, my haters out here dying, snoring. Why they mad that I'm finally growing, and they seeing me fighting for it. What they wanna get involved for, I kill them all off until I'm enormous. Cause 9 to 5 is boring, grinding 5 in the morning. I'd rather make music, get paid for it, die with a fortune. And my ride is foreign, every whip I drive imported. Anybody know me, they know, for this game, no, I'm dying for it. I'm on now, give me that crown, yeah. Ain't nobody out here really wanting with me. I'm going hard while you falling asleep. I got it all cause I deserve it all, y'all. Just being honest, they don't wanna see me honest. I'm taking over this game now and that's a promise. They out of pocket, they don't wanna believe I got it. Give me that crown now cause I'm the king, call me your highness. This life a movie, I'm a motherfucking star like Clooney. From dusk till dawn, I'm a loose sleep. I ain't tryna live broke like you be. I've been coming for the bag, I do me. Will I get paid? Absolutely. Cause you better knew a boss like Takeoff. I ain't left all bad and bougie. Heard them talk, they barely knew me. I ain't let no stranger fool me. When I came in the game, y'all showing that fake love. I ain't look past your jewelry. Now this ride is foreign. Every whip I drive imported. Anybody know me, they know. For this game, no, I'm dying for it. I'm on now. Give me that crown, yeah. Ain't nobody out here really wanting with me. I'm going hard while you falling asleep. I got it all cause I deserve it all, y'all. Just being honest, they don't wanna see me honest. I'm taking over this game now and that's a promise. They out of pocket, they don't wanna believe I got it. Give me that crown now cause I'm the king, call me your highness.
Holy Scheisenhausen. What is going on, guys? What's up? Alex O'Crypto here. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. What is going on? What a weekend. Holy smokes. Batman, Robin, whatever you want to call it. It's flying, baby. We got some wild, wild price action this weekend. Did you just press buy? Did you just like press buy? Because you would have been okay if you just pressed buy. Like goodbye to 30K. Goodbye. I'll see you later. Holy smokes. What a trip. Good morning to you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Holy to the upside. Wow. What's going on? Army Piper in the chat. Go check him out. Good friend of the channel. My man, Piper Academy. The man, the myth, the legend. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, man. God bless you. And thank you for dropping by. I appreciate you. Wayne C comes through. Wayne C is through. And he said he's got a sandwich, guys. He's got a sandwich. Absolutely. Coronation chicken. As a Canadian, I want to say coronation, but it's coronation chicken. What a night we had as well. I actually made some money. Yeah, buddy. That's awesome. I love seeing you guys win, man. I love seeing you guys win. French Toaster in the chat. What's going on, my man? The myth, the legend, the bravest toaster in all of crypto. What's going on, man? I mean, we all here talking about Ben Cowan's dominance. Dominance is flying. We're expecting a video from him. Maybe we should get his bull market support band and take a look at Bitcoin and see how parabolic to the upside it is. However, are we going to get a pullback? Where are we going to go this week? This is exciting, man. What's going on? Darren does things in the chat. DDT, what's going on? Not lurking. I'm short in the Ponzi. Entry 42-1. Whew. Whew. You a brave mofo. Mofro. Okay? Otter's pointing up and to the right, guys. ETF right around the corner. ETF right around the corner. A lot of people are wondering where the heck is this going to go? Where's this stop? Where are we at right now? What is going on? So good to see you guys. Jeet Corp, what's going on, man? You know what? Just before we jump into the TA today, I just want to remind you guys, okay, this morning I was doing my morning routine. I get up, you know, I thank God for the day. I start making my coffee, I go for my meditation, right? And I hear a boom, 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 boom. And my grandfather, he had a fall this morning, okay? And my grandfather is my hero. And the man used to carry me up the hill tobogganing, you know, all that stuff. And he had a fall this morning. So even though my bags were up massively this morning, okay, up tremendously, it really didn't matter. It really didn't matter. I was very upset this morning. I almost considered not coming live. So remember to have perspective. It was a good wake-up call to me of what's important in life. And it's very important to know what's important to you. And yes, we love a good pump. We love a good pump. However, very upsetting morning for me this morning, even though we're getting a massive pump. And I come on here and try to share that with you. You know, it's life. Life happens. 86 years old. He's done very, very well. But, you know, it's hard to see your heroes get weak, right? It's hard to see your heroes get weak. And, you know, I was able to lift him up. You know, my grandmother can't lift him up. So, yeah, it was hard for me this morning. However, it gives me perspective on what's important. You know what I mean? It's community, it's you guys, it's friends, it's family, it's creating that culture together, right? And that's why we're here. So just wanted to point that out. You know, even though the bags looked great, showed Mrs. Otter, look at us, we're doing well. Doesn't really matter sometimes, right? Health is wealth, baby. Health is wealth. And as Piper always says, knowledge is profit. So let's jump into it. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, okay? I just want to remember that what's important in life and remind you guys, you know, it's not all about catching the moves and FOMOing in. And that's why I asked, how do you feel this morning? There's FOMO, there's F work, there's grateful, and then there's happy. So, you know, I'm pretty happy and I'm pretty grateful that I get to spend more time with my family. I get to spend time with you guys. I have the honor of trading for a job. I have some free time, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it's all about what's important. Remember to check yourself and don't get wrecked. Wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I got to, you know, he's got a big ass scratch on his elbow and I got to pick him up off the floor. But that's what we do. That's what we do here. Okay? We pick each other up. We lick our wounds and we grow together. Thank you so much for your guys' prayers and your thoughts. You'll be okay. And we will be okay. So let's jump into the price action. Enough of the Debbie Downer stuff. Let's get pumped up for this price action. Much love to every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for coming through, smashing the like buttons, being here for me, and I'll try to be my best for you guys. So what are we getting right now? We're getting a massive, massive pump. The FOMO is real. We are looking at a trade setup. Well, not really, right? Like, just press long, guys. Just press long. But we are coming to the 0.5 retracement level, okay? So, a lot of people spreading the FUD. Where are we going to go? where can we get knocked down from here, right? So we need to be very, very cautious around this level, just like Darren does things, saying, you know, this level is a possible short opportunity, okay? Opportunities is something we need to take advantage of, right? So let's take a look here. Let's pull the volume across. So we know that we're at the 0.5, okay? We know that there's volume, okay? Where is this volume saying our next level is going to be? Well, it's looking to be around 44,000 just by looking to the left here. Did you think I was weird? Like, I mean, it took a lot of saliva, Dave Digital, and we made sure to get the antibacterial tongue lick. You know, the one where you don't brush your teeth in the morning? That right raunchy antibacterial lick. Man, can always count on you to put a smile on my face. Thank you so much, Dave Digital. So there's a lot of people being like, okay, this is enough. Let's get bearish. And however, Bitcoin just surpassed market cap of Berkshire Hathaway. Just if you wanted to have some facts here. So sorry about that, Warren Buffett. Rest in peace, Charlie Munger. But we are now we're beating. Can we say we're beating Warren Buffett? Like, can we say as a community we're just beating Buffett? That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. Also, Biden has something to say.
$200 billion.
What?
Over $1 trillion, $200 billion.
What's the next level for
over
Bitcoin, guys?
$200 billion.
You guys know?
Over $200 billion.
Me preparing to spend my last $60 buying spot Bitcoin instead of buying my girlfriend's a Christmas present. Thank you so much, Piper. I appreciate that, man. And then we have this bearish analysis. Okay, so I was looking at this. I don't know if you guys can see this. However, this guy's saying, you know, there's these trend lines here. Bitcoin likes channels. You know, I like flipping the channels too. Both lining up with the bottoms here. Then he's saying there's a fib retracement, and we're going down to $9,000. Everything is pointing at $9,000. There's another channel here. If you draw this channel down, there's $9,000 again. However, if you want to watch stuff like that, what did we say? We need to be very skeptical of these Debbie Downers because we got an ETF coming. Okay, is this a buy the rumor, sell the news, or is this a buy the rumor, buy the news? In my opinion, it's bye Bitcoin to the moon. However, we always want to be prepared. That's why I've gotten some levels for you guys so that we can be prepared. So first things first, let's look at Ben Cowan's Bitcoin dominance here and see that, okay, yes, Bitcoin has gotten a 4.5% move, okay? Massive. Bitcoin dominance is flying off the handles. We have not seen the same move within the alts, okay? So ETH, yes, it has moved up, but it's still lagging a little bit. Matic, pretty flat, right? We expect these to catch back up. So we're going to possibly be looking for alts to trade, right? Because with Bitcoin flying up, we expect dominance to come higher. Okay, we expect dominance as it's coming higher. Eventually, it's going to make a high, and it's going to trickle down. The money from the Bitcoin profits is going to go into the alts, and we're going to be able to capitalize on alts catching up. You can see ADA's had quite a nice move. Matic's kind of been beaten down. It's had a bit of FUD over the weekend. I believe that was with that gambling company. Cluck, everyone. Good morning, Crypto Pollo. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So the alts look like they're still waiting to catch up. Okay, so this is pretty cool to see that Bitcoin has moved and the alts haven't, right? So that creates opportunities for all of us to see that, hey, either Bitcoin's going to fall, which I don't think it's going to happen right away, or alts are going to rip, right? Our alts are going to rip. So that's something to keep on your radar for this week, okay? For this week, for what's coming. Because we know the ETF is coming. We know the Santa Claus rally is coming. We are aware of this weekly candle. Oh my God, look at this weekly candle. We said this is this big, what does Eric Crown call them? Big green bulging girthy dildos. Okay, this is one of those, whatever he calls them. I think he calls them that. To the upside. So look, I don't think I've ever called a candle such a thing, but we just went there. Okay, so grab your coffee, straddle up, and let's look at some levels where we think Bitcoin can go, because we got a weekly candle that's, absolutely astronomical. Okay, so going over to the charts here. We had the LBC trend line, which got smashed, okay? It got smashed. We were pointing that out last night. You know what's funny? I took a short last night. I think I might have lost my mind last night, but I definitely took a short last night just because I had confluence, and I can scalp a range all day long. And I am a bit of a sheriff. Don't make me put on the cowboy hat this morning. But I definitely did scalp. Entry, exit, okay? Scalp, okay? However, I don't suggest shorting. Oh, man. Unless you're in and out and you got the confluences. Good luck today to all of you. Good night. Might see you on D4 soon, Alex. Yeah, D4 is fun. Good fun. Thank you for dropping by, Felix. Much love to you, man. Congratulations on the engagement, man. That's pretty wild, and I think you have a child coming, so prepare for sleepless nights. Yesterday, Morphode was published on XRP Super Scamwix again. Okay, so we can take a look at XRP for you as well. Good to see you guys this morning. Multi-sig dummy, yo, what's good? What's good, man? Good to see you guys. So we have some levels above us that we need to go and check out, right? So we're at this 0.5 retracement level. There's some volume that we've pulled through here, that we've gotten some levels in order to build confluence within our trades, and then simple support and resistance where we've looked to add to those areas. Okay, so I've gone through here this morning. I've gone through the volume. I've gone through key levels of support and resistance, and I've come up with some levels that we can definitely be using after this massive pump, okay? So for me right now, don't fight the trend. The trend is your friend. However, we've had such a massive push. We have massive money flow coming in. So we need to be cautious with the shorts, and we also need to be cautious with the longs, because we could be getting a pullback, okay? We could be getting a pullback, and we want to make sure that we're prepared for anything. So we've been drawing a lot of trend lines. These trend lines, didn't really help us. You just really needed to press long. So we have our local levels. Remember when we were trading down here, friends? Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun? Look at our local levels. They were respected quite nicely. However, we're back into the upside levels. So we have some upside levels for you guys just to get you started this morning. It's Monday. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way in and on your way out. If you didn't enjoy this, I don't mind. It's okay. So these are just my levels I've pulled across. So I just wanted to get you these before we go into the top-down analysis, just so that you're prepared this morning. So my main ceiling, is 44,000. Okay, so that's my main ceiling. I know this sounds crazy to even spit out of my mouth to say 44,000. Okay, but I'm just going to give you these levels. I've pulled them across from key levels of support and resistance from the previous range. So make sure to add them to your charts just so you can build confluence alongside with me. So we can look for a reaction on price where we can get a bearish divergence, some sort of exhaustion wick, and all that good stuff, right? And then we have the LBC level here. We can throw LBC on just to Lunar Beaches Crypto, pay some respect to our friend over there. So these are the levels that I have gone through and dissected and found to build confluence. Now, right now, we would like to see, in my opinion, some sort of structure built within this, okay? And what do I mean by that? I just would like to see some sort of structure possibly more move to the upside. However, we do have some ceilings above us that we can look for a reaction on price. However, right now, if you were to draw a trend line, let's see if I have it drawn here. Okay, so I have so many, it looks like a laser beam show here because we just kept changing this trend line, right? So now our trend line is here. So we get our trend line, we got parabolic trends, and we draw it here. So we wait for these trend lines to break in order for us to build confluence where we can look for a reaction on price in order to trade these things. Until then, we definitely need to be patient, look for long entries because we don't want to fight this. Well, says Jonathan Schaefer. What's going on, Schaefer? Pullback? Nah, BTC is a big bull and likes to never pull out. Cough. I mean, pull back. What's going on, Jonathan Schaefer? You dirty rascal, you. Good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, DDT. Pump it. Let's go. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Look at Slam Banjo. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So we're getting some massive moves up, man. This is amazing. This is amazing, man. I'm enjoying sharing this with you guys. So what do we got? BTC price tops 42K. Market recovers to pre-Terra levels. The price of BTC moved past 42,000 for the first time since April 2022, a level not seen before the crash of Terra. While Ether moved past 2,200. We said this yesterday. Bitcoin price had been toying with the 40,000 level in recent days, but finally breached it Monday to trade above 41.6. Okay, so this is pretty cool. All the news is going to be Bitcoin today, right? Bitcoin to the moon. Everybody's buying Bitcoin. Market cap. Look at us past Berkshire and Hathaway. So, I mean, the FOMO is real, right? And the FOMO is just starting, right? This is kind of the start of the party. So we need to be aware that there's going to be a lot of FUD in the media. We need to trust our charts. We need to practice good risk management. And we need to press the buy button. It's not financial advice. It's not financial advice. It just has to, it's almost like, common sense, right? It's almost like common sense. Oh man. Wild. I love seeing this. This is why we're here, right? So the idea is that we want to see, and we'll save this chart. We want to see, and we'll send it to the Discord. We want to see a pullback. However, I mean, come on, guys. After a move like this, do you really think we're going to get a pullback? I think a capitulation sideways and up, right? What have we seen, right? Sideways and up. Sideways and up. Right? We're just climbing floors, it seems like, right? We're climbing floors. And if you're in a short from the very top, that's great. So how can we trade the range right now? How can we trade the range? Before we get into that, what can we prepare ourselves for this week? So for me, I always go over to the economic calendar and I check to see what we have. So today, not too much, okay? Not too much today. However, tomorrow we have the jobs, okay? The jobs is very important. It's indicative that we make sure we keep our eyes on the jobs, right? They want to see us lose jobs, which is kind of like BS. Like, come on, don't you want us to find work and be productive members of society? However, they want to see us lose jobs, and that is typically bullish, right? It's very interesting kind of ideals here. There's lots of pain in the Canadian market, that's for damn sure, but we're not really worried about the Canadian market. And then on Friday, okay, Friday will be also interesting where we get non-farm pay and then the unemployment rate. Okay, so Tuesday and Friday should be exciting for us this week. So be prepared for those days as well. And that's happening at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, and that's happening nice and early, 8:30 on Friday. So we'll stream at 8:25 just to catch that non-farm payrolls, okay? Let's jump into the nitty-gritty. What do we got in the nitty-gritty? Let's go in the 15. We can see we're flagging out here, man. Simple flag. Maybe it's to the upside. Right now you can see we got a little bit of exhaustion wicks up here. We've pumped up, right? You typically don't want to long here. You want to wait till we come back to this area here, right? Around 41,400, okay? You want to see structure built here. However, there is some sort of head and shoulders building here. So you can see that there, right? So be aware of that. Be aware of that. We want to fire off longs, right? We definitely want to fire off longs in this environment. However, there will be short opportunities depending on your style of trading. Like for me, I'm an intraday trader. So for me, I could possibly look for a swing failure pattern up here, bearish divergence, continue to the downside, right? But most likely I want to see this come down, swing failure pattern, bullish divergence, and that's where I want to grab a entry, right? And what I've noticed, especially about this run recently, is that when it pumps, it comes back and it retests the previous high, okay? So you can see the previous high is here, right? It came up, it retested that before continuing upwards. You got the previous high here. It came close to retesting that. It moved up, right? So where's the previous high here? Well, it would suggest it's somewhere in here. So what I would do right now is I'd wait for the cool off of the downward. We want to see it come and grab some liquidity down below. So if we put on this, we can see we have a lot of fair value gaps below us. So we would like to see these filled. However, we know we've gotten a massive pump, but we know that the market maker wants to make sure he wrecks the bulls or wrecks the shorts and the bulls equally. So if it does pull back, we can look for it to come down and grab some of these fair value gaps, which you can simply add to your charts. Right now, my idea would be to pull a fib from the swing low down here to the most recent swing high and be looking for that swing failure pattern of this range to come down to this golden pocket area, 786. So my ideal trade setup would be a long right now from down here where I'm protecting myself just below this area here. And obviously I'm targeting the moon and I want to take profits, along the key levels here, but my key levels would definitely be somewhere down around here, just below the golden pocket, around this fair value gap, around 41,165. So that would be my kind of ideal long position. However, we can come further down, right? There is a lot of liquidity to come and take here. But with this kind of parabolic move, the FOMO is setting in. People aren't going to, any dips are getting bought up, right? Any dips are getting bought up. So if we do get the dip below this key level of support up here, which is around 41,400, we look for a quick swing down to 41,125, somewhere around here within this area where we can look to grab a possible long, right? And continuation upwards. So that's kind of my short-term idea. We could also be looking for that swing failure pattern to the upside. However, that is a lot more risky, and you want to be in and out of that trade really quickly and pay yourselves, okay? So make sure to practice good risk management in an environment such as this, okay? Let's do the top-down analysis now. We're going to go through the weekly where we can see that, whoa, we got too much on the chart. Oh, we can go Christmas for a second. I feel my pecker tingling, balls are jingling too. Why don't I link them together so I put my pecker in you? Always a swing like together. Okay, I'll stop. Oh, Mr. LBC, I'm sorry, you got to disappear. Okay. We're having too much fun Monday morning. So, momentum to the upside. Massive move, right? Massive move, momentum to the upside. Weekly is saying, I'm still going to climb, man. And don't get it twisted. Like, this is the bull run over here. Look at how massive this momentum wave is, okay? Look at that thing. So it's possible, okay? You guys love that song. I know you guys love that song. I went there. This is why I'm not. Giddy up. Let's go. We have too much fun here. The algorithm loves that song. Absolutely. I absolutely love it. At least I didn't go to I'm Dreaming of a White Woman. Okay, there's another one. So we can keep going, man. This is the thing. We can keep going. Okay, so don't. I need these lyrics. I can find it. Like if we really want to go. If we really want to go there, you guys were here all week. And we went there. We went there. Welcome to the Alex O Crypto Show, where you get great music. Boom, 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 boom. Well, we went there this morning, and guess what? We had fun. Okay. So the weekly here, guys, looks very, very, very momentous to the upside. Okay, very momentous to the upside, where we think it can continue. Okay, why do we think that? Well, look at the VWAP here. The VWAP has flattened and it's now posturing to the upside, which means it's almost like it reset to the zero line and it's looking to continue upwards. Okay. So this is bullish in my opinion. Continuation upwards. It just doesn't want to stop. Okay, so we're very, very, very no regrets in life. That's absolutely right, Slam Banjo. Like we just out here, man. We just out here. Look at this ski slope of money flow. Whee! Right? So we can see as we're flipping through here, green dot's printing on a 5-day. Okay, we're getting green dot on a 5-day, the 4-day crossing over from the zero line, the 3-day crossing over beautifully. Now the 3-day was the front run, okay? 3-day was the front run in this move. We did get the printing of this beautiful, beautiful green dot back here, okay? So back down here, we started to get a flash, and that was the able to front run. And then you would have double checked that on the lower term time frames through the 2-day and so forth, where you got the front run idea. Okay. Now the thing is that VWAP came down and just hung down just below the zero line before crossing over and parabolically moving up. And you can see how steep this momentum wave is to the upside. So that's very indicative of a massive move. Okay. And we are also talking about the daily, how versus the 12-hour. So versus the 12-hour, the daily was continuing to the upside. Okay, so we can see this daily momentum continuing to the upside here just by simply drawing a trend line. Yes, we were getting the bearish divergence. However, we kept saying, guys, the money flow is negating the bearish divergence here. We get higher highs and lower lows on the momentum waves. However, we are getting an extreme move of the money flow to the upside, steady Freddy all the way up. Okay, so we can see the steady Freddy all the way up. Even though we were getting momentum waves to the downside, we get the green dot, we fire off, and we get a parabolic move. Okay, so very, very cautious here. Now with the 12-hour, we were saying, okay, money flow is coming out, and you could see this as well. So you could see the money flow is coming out. So this was different. However, we said we were looking for some sort of rounded bottom here where we could see money flow come back up. We got the red dot, green dot, and then the parabolic move to the upside. Okay, and then when we get out of this, we can see that we were making higher highs and lower lows with lower money flow. But then when we got here, we can see that we got this change in structure where we broke out of this beautiful this beautiful triangle to the upside. And I mean, if you wanted to measure it, you could measure it all the way back down, and we could be looking for much, much higher prices. Okay, so we got a massive, massive move. So awesome to see. Okay, awesome to see. Now, what can we do to prepare for the price now? We can play absolute ridiculous songs, and we can all just have a nice party together. Target is 41.4, said Jonathan Schaefer last night. If you just took Jonathan Schaefer's advice, you would have been laughing. He's like, this bull flag is going to pop, and he was right. Absolutely right. We called ETH at 22. So massive moves this morning. Now, also, not Jonathan Schaefer said BTC is tapping major resistance, 0.5 fib all-time high to 15K low at Spiderline. So we did come up and tap that 0.5, which is nice to see. We pointed that out on the beginning of the stream. However, Jonathan Schaefer, pay yourself, bro. Great job, man. Great job. I love seeing you guys win, man. I love seeing you guys win. And I love seeing the community make calls all the way up here, right? This is beautiful to see. And I love seeing you guys win. So good job, guys. Together, like minds, always looking at the charts differently, different perspectives, trying to help each other build those confluences, build that beautiful structure. You got a strong buy signal here, and we didn't stop, right? So always trying to help. We see the momentum band trying to chase this price action. It's not even close anymore, right? So let's go to the 2 hour. Very much looking to cool down. However, like, we don't want to fight this. So for me today, I want to see how the market reacts. I want to see how the market opens, because we do have some interesting things as well. And what are those interesting things? We have the Dixie coming up to key resistance. We have the S&P flying off the handles. So we'll jump into those in a little bit. He did take 25% out at the spider line. Good man. So the 4 hour. The 4 hour suggests that we're going to continue here. However, we could see, okay, the VWAP's coming down, so it looks like it's pulling down a little bit. It's hard to say because it's Monday, and this is when the volume is going to come in, even though we've had extreme volume over the weekend, right? Extreme weekend volume. So we look for some sort of cool off. However, the FOMO is getting real. Just go on Twitter. You go on Twitter, and you just go over to BTC. 400,000 posts about Bitcoin, right? Just in, Brazil's biggest bank launches Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin. Bears waiting for 10K. This is funny. Bears waiting for 10K. Oh, man. So, unbelievable news. We would like a pullback. However, we don't want to fight the trend, right? So the 4 hour, yes, we're getting higher highs. Momentum waves are way up. Do you trade during the weekend? Absolutely. I got a short within all of this. I know a lot of us were holding longs. So we did trade a little bit this weekend. Typically, I spend my weekend with family. Like yesterday, we got to spend it with a couple of friends, went for dinner. But I'm always close to Discord, whether it's phone or charts or whatever. I can always try to assist on the weekends. So we got our ear to the ground. As traders, we always got to be watching this stuff, especially as long-term holders too, because if we do get dips, we want to be able to buy them up. Okay. So going over the 3 hour, we're getting a red dot. It's not confirmed yet. Okay. We still have another hour for that to confirm. We'll wait and see if we can cool off a little bit from where we're at right now. Like I said, I would like to see a little bit of a cool off. Like if I pull up these beautiful fair value gaps that we can see here, we have a lot of liquidity below us, okay? I don't expect a crash. I just expect a little bit of a correction. You know, that psychological 40,000 looks like a nice target right about now, right? What's going on? Crimson Caravan Company. Ugh, get down. I always imagine you screaming like Arnold. I don't know why. So we just do the Arnold every time we see you. Get down. Stop whining. Just buy Bitcoin. Duh. Duh. So yes, we do have a lot of gaps below us. We have the band coming up here where we would like to see support. You know, even if it's not support here, but, you know, we have held that support here on the 2 hour many a times. So we wait to see. Now let's flip into the 1 hour and let's see what it gives us as well. You can see we are getting a little bit of a pushback here. Remember, everybody's going to come to the charts this morning and they're going to be like, what the heck did I just miss? I just was having a nice dinner with the missus last night. I want to go long. I should buy. 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 Pew! Right? So we wait. We wait. We be patient. As disciplined traders, we have rules to entry, rules to trading, and we need to follow those rules, especially in times like this where the hype is becoming so friggin' real. We said yesterday or 2 days ago that we've seen our first Coinbase advertisement on Instagram. So it's coming. It's coming. So we're getting a little bit of a pullback here at 41,600. Okay. What does the 1 hour suggest? It says that we're overbought. We want to cool off a little bit here. However, the VWAP is lingering below the zero line. What do we look for? We look for the VWAP to initiate the move, right? So we trickle down here. Cool, cool, cool. Let's wait for it to curve to the upside and give us some structure to the upside. Money flow is still hot as hell. So we can look for a cool down here and then maybe a green dot or something on a lower term time frame where we look for it to pop back up, okay? Longs are our friends right now, okay? Longs are our friends. The trend is your friend until it isn't. However, we need to be trying to get into those longs. I think that's priority. But remember what we just said. Everybody's feeling the FOMO. What does the market maker want to do? I'd say he wants to wreck some people down here, right? So for me, I'm going to be on the short-term time frames. I'm going to have my local levels that I gave this morning, or not local, upside levels that I gave this morning, where we can look for retracements, okay? My initial retracement area is going to be, I pull a fib from here to here. I'm going to put an area for retracement, and that's going to be just below these wicks here for a swing failure pattern, right in this fair value gap, okay? This is going to be my first initial area where I'm looking for my confirmations in order to go for a long, okay? So if we trickle down here and we get some sort of bullish divergence, some sort of exhaustion wick, and then the retest. So exhaustion wick, retest, continuation, break of structure, continue to the upside, right? And then I fire off a long. So we're looking for things such as this, okay? We want to see it dip its toes. It could have just done it right now, right? So we need to be ready. But this is my key box that I'm looking to trade in. It's around 41,300 to 41,000, okay? It's an area where I'm looking for a reaction in price, okay? And within those areas, we can draw another one below here. To me, this is a little bit far-fetched to come down here. However, we do have a key level of support down here. If we do come all the way down, the major support I believe to be true is going to be this 40,000. Okay, 40,000 is definitely going to be very, very key to us continuing. Okay, what time frame do you get your levels at? Well, what I do, Mr. King D, is I'll go over in the morning before I start my stream, and I will go over to the previous range because we don't have any data over here, right? We don't have any data over here. We have some support and resistance and things such as that, but I will go over on the daily. I will go over on my chart, and I will swing over to the left-hand side here, and I will pull volume within this range here because I have more data over here. So I will pull my volume within here. I will get some key levels. I will note where there's key volume, bing, 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 and where it lines up with support and resistance. Okay, so we want to see multiple highs, multiple lows. So I can see there's a touch, there's a touch, there's a touch, there's a touch. Okay, so this is a very key level, this red line here, right? Where else are highs? There's a high, there's a high, there's a high. So that's key to me as well. So I'll break it down as such so that I can find, look, massive top here, right? Lines up with stuff around here. So with volume, with levels, I'm able to mark out these key levels and then bring them, just draw horizontal lines, and then I can just go to reset. Then I have them over here, and then I can match them up with the price action as it's relevant to what's going on over here. And then I'm able to pull fibs and certain levels where I can look for retracements. Like right now, it's hard to get like an overall idea of where we think price is going to go. You can pull your overall fibs, which lines up with, golden pockets. You can pull it from certain levels of retracement depending on what time frame you're on. But right now we want to see structure being built because we've had such a violent move up. So you can pull that from there. You can see golden pocket here. So just have a play around with your fibs where you think levels can be and where you think price is going to move from, right? And then you draw areas of confluence where you can look for a continuation of the trend. And this is your parabolic trend. We've broken out. We're seeing a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern here. It's hard to say. You don't want to be too bearish, but we would like to see that retrace. And then as long as we're making higher highs all the way up here, we look for this to continue its way up, right? That's pretty much how I do it. Hey, can you look at Cadena? I have a poop bag of it and down like 70% for like ever. Absolutely. Let's expect consolidation, not big dumps during this. During this, just take profit when consolidates. Re-enter with more margin on next dip. Keep leverage very low. Love it. That's very good advice from Schaefer, the man, the myth, the legend. So that's how we get our levels. Cadena. Let's take a look at Cadena, I guess. Cadena on Tether. Who's got that song stuck in their head? I feel my back ding-a-ling, mouth ding-a-ling too. Why don't I come together, put my pecker in you? Oh, shitcoin. Love it. Well, looks like a violent rug pull. All-time high is 28. Well, all-time high is whatever this stupid thing is here. Rug pull. However, if you're looking for this to come back alive, let's see what we can find here. Well, we've gotten a push up out of this low market here. Just pulling up some areas. Depends on where your entry is, but you can see we have some key level of support and resistance. Let's pull the volume straight across here. Not just going to say this is a complete shitcoin, but I believe it's a complete shitcoin. However, there is hope for you, my friend. There is hope with Alexo Crypto here. You have some stops along the way, but I mean, as long as you hold above this area here, it seems like you're doing all right. You could look to recover your bag. If you're 70% down, well, where's 70% down from? Jeez. You're all the way up here somewhere. You bought up here. So, you got some work to do. That's all right. You got some work to do. Hey, it's a bull run coming up, man. I'd say just hold it for now until 2028. No, but you are putting in higher lows now. You've changed structure. So there is some hope for this to come back up, right? You have broken out of this structure here. You're looking to continue your way upwards here. You've made a higher high here, which is important. Structure is looking positive. So you can look to break out of here. You don't have really too much volume until you get to this level here. So you're initially looking to break out of the 79-cent area, 80 cents to be psychological. Okay, so you want to get above 80 cents, and then you can definitely look to work your way up here. There's quite a bit of volume within this range above you here. So this is going to be where you want to get up to into this range here, where you're trading within this area, and then hopefully with bullish news you can get back up to where you initially bought in. But overall, Ben shilled it. Yeah, well, I wouldn't trust that guy, as far as I could fart him. So yeah, of course he shilled it. It doesn't surprise me. So you got to get above 80 cents. Then you look to trade between 80 cents and $1.10. And then you could possibly get up to that level up there. There's some stops along the way. But your first stop is 80 cents. You'd like to see that. Then you want to trade within this area here. And then hopefully you can get up close to where you bought in. And hopefully you can at least break even on your bag. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. However, you can hedge against this, right? You can hedge against this by buying some good projects and doing some of your own research, because right now it's looking like we are getting much more of a parabolic push to the upside. So hopefully this pumps back up to your level, and hopefully you can grab some other things in order to salvage that by hedging against it with some longs on some other altcoins. If you want to take the lump, you can take the lump. Not financial advice, obviously, but take the lump, put it into a project that you believe in. That could be a better play as well. I mean, that's quite a long ways to get back up there. However, best of luck to you. I hope that helps. But you are changing structure. So yes, you've had the massive push down, but you've made higher highs here. So you're looking to continue your way up. So a bit of patience, and a bit of hope for your Kadena, my friend. Thank you for coming through and asking. Just trying to help. So Bitcoin, 41,600, guys. Flying to the moon. So one thing I did notice too is that, Matic has had some bearish news, I guess you'd say. A little bit of FUD. Handsworth, no problem, man. Hopefully you stick around, man. Good community here. We're not here to show you anything. We're not here to sell you anything. We're traders helping you be profitable. We ain't here to charge you money. We're just here to try and help each other learn together. I'm just the guy talking shit. Well, we have a great Discord where there's really good traders in here, all sharing good TA, all helping each other grow and such. So, and they're kind, which is pretty important. Good morning, my friend. Otter gang. Okay. So we know the dominance is up as a community. So as a community, the dominance is up. So what can we expect? We want to see a cool down of this dominance so we can see the alts have their turn, right? Right? The alts want to turn. Look, we're going to make new highs pretty dang soon. Look, it's coming right up to resistance right now on the dominance. So what does that mean? Dominance falls. Hopefully dominance falls and we can see the money come back into the alts after everybody getting all this profit from Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin's leading the charge here. However, we do have Ethereum getting above this key level at 21,063. If we go over on the daily, we have been talking about this breakout forever, okay? And this breakout is from here. Look at this beautiful ascending triangle that we're looking for, this massive breakout on Ethereum, this massive ascending triangle. We are looking for it to pop off. Can this be the pop off, right? And then we have some key levels of resistance above us, 2350, and then I think we're up to 2600, which is pretty awesome. When you look at this overall chart, you can see when we get above there, we are very much in bull territory where we're trading above this key level of resistance on Ethereum, okay? So once we get above this 2350 area, it's very much moonshot, Beautiful structure up top here, looking for that continuation to the upside. So nice look on Ethereum, nice move. But like we said, the alts haven't had the same move as Bitcoin. You can see even ADA here, even with all the bullish news on ADA coming up, getting rejected. Okay, AVAX, same thing, getting rejected. Okay, so maybe this is a possible, not financial advice, opportunity to pick up some altcoins. Okay, some altcoins. Yes, we are bullish on the overall crypto narrative, but we can see very simply that most of this pump has gone into Bitcoin. Rune down 5%, Quant down, a couple percent, Algo down, right? Render down. Render hit $4 yesterday, pretty cool. However, double topping bearish divergence, very simple to see on the daily, right? So, King D, please refrain from sending long messages. I need to change the bot, but I find it so entertaining that I don't want to change the bot. How do we Streamlabs is just a jerk of a bot. So we need to deal with the Streamlabs bot at some point. Dollar index. Okay, so dollar index is pumping. What does this mean? That means downside for Bitcoin, naturally, right? Risk on assets, dollar is getting strength, blah, 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 right? Is Bitcoin dumping? Well, Bitcoin is, I don't think Bitcoin's dumping, but Dixie dump or Dixie pump means Bitcoin dump, typically, okay? Typically. Alex, we will fix it later. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, I just think I got to go into the dashboard and slap them around a little bit. So we'll do that. Dixie pumping, Bitcoin dumping. Bitcoin's holding strong because of the narrative right now. But with the Dixie pumping, we can expect. I'll cut it up. Yeah, you got to send messages in abbreviations and hi, how are you doing? Because we want that chat rate to go up, guys, right? Like, smash the like, get the chat rate up. Let's go. I think after playing the Pecker Tingling song, YouTube has stopped us from growing today, so that's okay. Those who are still here, you're the true, real OGs. Thank you so much for being here. So the Dixie's moving up, parabolic downtrend, came up, got rejected. Now it's continuing to push up, which after such a beating the Dixie is taking, you can see the beating. Beautiful golden pocket retracement level that we pulled here. Look at that, right to the tip, baby. Beautiful bounce. Okay, massive downwards trend. We don't expect this to continue, but we know how vicious this move was. We would like to see something like that, or even something like this, right? Consolidate, then downwards, right? Because this is clearly any angle to a flag here is going to be bearish, which just means a continuation downwards, right? So we'll have better idea of this when market opens. And then the S&P, baby, look at this. Massive move upwards. So obviously inverse correlation to the Dixie. So massive push upwards, making almost new highs, almost there. It's got a little bit to go. So maybe we see it open up high and then come down. We'll have to wait 4 minutes to note. But how can we front run this? Well, we can go over to our S&P and we can look at the ES. Now the ES has had a curl over. Now the ES hasn't gotten all the way up there either. The ES is curling over and it looks like it's coming down as well. So the ES is getting a little bit of a dump ski this morning. Can we expect similar things for the S&P? Okay. One thing I haven't checked here is we're going to go over and we're going to check our CME. Whew. All right, guys. So be aware that we have a beautiful CME gap down below us now. Okay. Beautiful gap. We like gaps. We didn't fill this gap down here around 34,100, but we do have a beautiful gap. after the massive pump this weekend. So CME gaps typically get filled. So we are very aware of this gap. So we got to make sure that we transfer this gap to our Bitcoin charts, right? And we got this around 40. How do you know when to take a trade? Oh, good question. Good question. So I know you look for your key levels, and then I wait for confirmation. So I'll go over that right after the CME gap, okay? So 40,500 to 39,300, okay? So 49, sorry, memory fart, 45. Whew. So that's basically right here. And we can label this CME. So typically we want to come and fill this. We have a key level down here. We have a key level and a CME gap down here. Now, the CME gap is different to the Bitcoin gap. There is a price deviation here. So we have 42,280 and we have 41,600. So there is a deviation in price. So make sure when you go from CME gap and draw that level here, that you draw that level different over here, right? Because there is a difference. 40K to 50K is the break-even point for most people. Some will be selling here to just get out. The smart ones will be holding because they know what is coming. Yep. So that's the thing, right? So this is the Terra Luna collapse. You're very, very correct about that. So this is the point. I took a short from here. From up here. This is I took a short from here. This was like one of my first major trades I've ever taken right here. But we took a short from here too. So a lot of people here who bought Bitcoin thinking it was going to go up, right? This is where they're getting out. They're like, "Oh my God, thank God it came back up. Oh my God, that was horrible. I'm never buying this shit coin again. Oh my God." Because they thought, oh, it's just a dip. We're going to go to the moon. And they got absolutely demolished. Okay? So don't forget, there are sellers up here. There are people who are like, whew, I got out. I got out. So for me, I have a couple ways I like to trade. My entries are typically on the 7-minute. So I like 7-minute. I have my key areas of confluence. I can go to 3-minute, 7-minute, 15-minute. So 15-minute is my confirmation for breakout. So if I have this here, I have a 15-minute close here. Okay, 15-minute close below this area. This is my trend line. I look for the retest, which can be a golden pocket, and that's my entry. So the retest, I'm waiting for price to come back up. I will pull a fib from the swing high to the swing low. Look at that, golden pocket. You put your trade setup right here. Boom, short. Okay, that's your entry, right? You protect above your high, right? And then you have confluence to the bottom, and then you're targeting down here. Your first take profit, okay, if my level of bounce is right here, I'm going to have my take profit here. If this is my level for a bounce, then I'm going to have my exit there, okay? Intraday trading for me, so I always, if it's a short, I front run my exits so that they're hit. I don't set them on key levels where it's going to bounce. I'll front run them. Same with a long. If I'm looking for a long, for me, I can have a setup such as this where I look for the golden pocket here. So a long position, I'm looking for a target of the golden pocket, a swing high to swing low. That's my area. So I'm protecting down below here. I will protect myself just below the 786. I will look for price to come down. Then I'll look for a higher high, a reversal pattern where I get confluence on market cipher, where I can see some sort of quick down here and then quick down here, and then I'll look for the swing low here, and then I get the bullish divergence confirmation here. And this is typically done on lower term time frames. So for me, if I'm just analyzing the price where we are right now, where my trade setup would have been for an entry here. So I can see exhaustion here. It's also a lot about watching price action and having an idea of what price is going to do. So I suggest too, by definitely going into your lower term time frames and just watching price action. So we're just going to jump over here. Okay, like we didn't open up high, we've opened up low, and prices coming down here on the S&P. So it's looking a little bit bearish here for the S&P, and it's looking bullish for the Dixie. I don't know what I've done to this chart. Control Z. Okay, never mind. Going back to the Dixie. All my brushwork, baby. So you'll have to develop your own strategy and back test your strategy. And how do you do that? You use the replay tool, you go back, you wait for confirmations of entries, and you look for setups. Okay, so like we'll go back here, we'll do a quick one with you just so you can see what I see on this. So you press play. We're on the 3-minute here. Let's go to 1x. Let's press play. So we can see that the trend is your friend. We got a big push up here. Big push up. Okay, that works. Bang, right there. That's my idea right here. So look, we pause it. We can see came up to a key level here. Didn't make it all the way up. Bearish engulfing. So now we're looking for some sort of swing failure pattern and continuation downwards. We press play. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Oh, that's your entry. We're getting lower, low continuation. Okay, let's say we fire off a short here. Oops, that's a long. Fire off a short here. Protect above this key level. Press play. We're targeting, where will we target? To these highs here. First take profit is halfway through, right? Halfway through. These bottoms here, we'll target those ones, and then we'll target these highs here, and then we press play. Let's see if we get there. We might not, right? And then we watch price action. Oh, swing failure pattern. So that's even better. There's your bearish divergence. So that would have been a better entry. However, we're still alive because we protected ourselves above there, right? We wait. Can we get down to this trend line? This is a hard wait. Close. So there's many ways of trading. Obviously, right now, we're in this parabolic uptrend. This was just a quick random example where you would have targeted the highs here. You probably would have taken this trade higher up here. I was just trying to do it on the fly, right? Of how to build those confirmations. So there's many ways to do it depending on your risk management, your tolerance, what time frame you're looking to trade. If you're intraday, if you're swing trading, it all depends on which way suits you. Everybody will find their own style. For me, I'm intraday scalp trader. So I look for the setup, I find the levels, I execute, I'm out early, I pay myself, I'm done. I don't like to hold trades long. Some people like to hold trades longs, like Schaefer holds trades long. He's a legend at it. He's got balls of steel, man. Love it, right? You'll find the way trading suits you, right? You wait for those confirmations. You're coming up to key resistance. You could be looking for a swing short from here, right? To come back down to these levels. So we'll definitely, do I have a playlist or a course? I do not have a course. Like I said, I do not want to sell anything on this channel. I just want to try and serve you guys and help you guys be profitable. I can make a trade setups and how I set up my trade. I believe I do have how I set up my trades video. Let me find it for you here on the channel so that I can get you that. Just how I set up my trades, and then I'll get you one. Here's one. I got one for you here. Check this one out. This might help you. I do have balls of diamond. Yeah, so if you go over to my channel, I'd suggest, like, if you're just starting out and you want to do basic TA, I do have like a playlist here on basic trading tools. You can watch all of that. I got 11 videos there. Then I have some mindset videos, and then also have these newer ones, trade setups, market cipher B. Okay, this one's good. We can share that one too. And perfect entries. Go check out that one as well. I'll post that one too. So there are some videos there for you where I go through it, and hopefully that can help you, King D. If you have any more questions on how I trade and stuff like that, then just ask in the Discord, man. I gladly message in the Discord, shoot a message, and then outline what you're looking for, and I'll make a video on it, man. No problem. No problem. Just shoot us a message in here, and I'll try my best to answer that question for you, my friend. Okay? So that's pretty much it for me, man. Market's open. We're getting a pump, dump, ba-dump, you know, like, check your mindset, check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? So be kind to yourselves. Practice some good risk management. We're looking for longs. We're looking for bounces from these key areas. We want to be safe in this environment. The FOMO is real. We're looking for the alts to catch back up. We've gotten a massive pump from Bitcoin. Pretty beautiful to see. What a crazy weekend. Much love to every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for coming through, supporting this channel. Don't forget to touch grass. Be kind to yourselves. Much love to every single one of you. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Have a great and wonderful Monday. Be grateful. Be happy. Much love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
My life a story, I'm trying to find the glory. Got them all sleeping on me, my haters out here dying, snoring. Why they mad that I'm finally growing, and they see me fighting for it. What they wanna get involved for, I kill them all off until I'm enormous. Cause 9 to 5 is boring, grinding 5 in the morning. I'd rather make music, get paid for it, die with a fortune. And my ride is foreign, every whip I drive imported. Anybody know me, they know, for this game, no, I'm dying for it. I'm on now, give me that crown, yeah. Ain't nobody out here really wanting me. I'm going hard while you falling asleep. I got it all cause I deserve it all. Just being honest, they don't wanna see me honest. I'm taking over this game now and that's a promise. Stay out of pocket, they don't wanna believe I got it. Give me that crown now cause I'm the king, call me your highness. This life a movie, I'm a motherfucking star like Clooney. From dusk till dawn, I'm a loose sleep. I ain't tryna live broke like you be. I been coming for the bag, I do me. Will I get paid? Absolutely. Cause you better knew a boss like Takeoff. I ain't left all bad and bougie. Heard them talk, they barely knew me. I ain't let no stranger fool me. When I came in the game, y'all showing that fake love. I ain't look past your jewelry. Now this ride is foreign. Every whip I drive imported. Anybody know me, they know. For this game, no, I'm dying for it. I'm on now. Give me that crown, yeah. Ain't nobody out here really wanting me. I'm going hard while you falling asleep. I got it all cause I deserve it all. Just being honest.